replay. Just give me a couple of seconds to send out a few links. And then we'll get started. Hopefully. If there's people in here, we'll get started. One more. Okay. There we go. So, nobody in here yet, so I'm going to give it just a few seconds, let the notifications get out. YouTube's not real good about getting those notifications out very quickly. But then people have to see it, so we will wait. I hope I made this public. I think I did. Bird, be still. No one? It is 6:05, which is kind of early. This isn't my normal day. If I've been going live on Mondays for a little while now, so it isn't my normal time that I would go live. So I don't know how this is gonna go. There's somebody in here. It's Cassie. It doesn't show that anybody's in here. And Cassie, I see that you're, well, I assume it's Cassie. It's got an emoji. It says Walker Farm Fam. But it does not show. Okay, now it shows. Yeah, you missed the last one and you're the first one on this one. So I was just talking to the replay people, I guess, because there wasn't anybody in here. But it did just start. And yes, you're first. So maybe a conversation between you and me. I don't know how much time you got, but... Is it raining out at your house? Because it is here. It's been raining a lot. Now, hold up. I sent my mom a link. It ain't your... If you ain't first, you're last. Okay. I sent mom a link. She's sitting over there waiting on her link, and I sent it to her. So it should be at least 2 people in here. I might as well just give up on YouTube. I'm kidding. There's Sue. Sue and Cassie's in here first. That's unusual. Poured, then let up, so much rain. I know. You can't get anything done. Like, if you have to go anywhere, you just can't get anything. Well, and then a lot of things that you need to do, or at least I need to do, it has to dry a little bit before I can do it. Vicki Johnson, and I don't know this name, but I don't know it with glasses either. Nope, don't know this name, but hi, thanks for coming in. Linda's in here. So now it says, I don't know how many people's in here because only a few are chatting, but it says 27 people, 4 thumbs up. So Ed is uploading a video, so can't come in yet. Okay. So I don't see mom yet, which is, let me send her one more link just to make sure it got to her, because she will sit over there waiting on it. There we go. She's had plenty of opportunity now. Jovita's in here. What's up, Jovita? Glad you're in here. You guys, please go ahead and hit the like button. And apparently we might need you to send this video out to a person or 2. Dennis, hello. Better put that pen down or I'll be clicking at the whole live stream. So I did not go... Nice hat. Yes, it is. It's like, it's stained, sweat stained and everything. I need to get another one. Do you have these left? Because this is what I want. Do you have any of those on your website? You don't, it's not all the new stuff, right? I did not go live yesterday. I usually go Mondays, and I didn't go yesterday because we had all kinds of problems here with internet and with phone service. Like where I work, here at my house, the cell phones, it was just, I couldn't call mom and dad, like, or my brother, or we would be in a conversation and all of a sudden the call would drop. And so, when it was time to actually go live, it was in the midst of all of that. And then even when it started back up later, I considered going live and then thought it's just gonna, it'll drop the live stream. I was afraid to just be like sudden end to the live stream, and I didn't want to do that. I think I have some here at the house. Next time I see you, remind me. Well, when am I going to see you again? Kelly Clayton, she says, hello, beautiful people. So are you guys having problems with your cell service? Because it doesn't seem to be real, doesn't seem to matter if it's like AT&T or Verizon, or it just, a lot of people I know are having problems with cell service. Suzanne says, good evening, managed to stay awake to watch this from really hot England. Well, I'm glad you're here. Hi from Indiana. We need to go to an auction. That's right, Cassie. Find us an auction. Hey, Mom's finally in here. We can get started now. No problem with my AT&T. Hey, Pixie Ranger. Well, that's weird, because we have, we've all been having problems over here. I have Verizon and I live in Rhode Island, and we're having all kinds of cell trouble. Okay, so in Rhode Island, Verizon is having problems. I am on Verizon, but not everybody else that is having problems is on. I think most of them are, though. And we've been having problems with Cox Communication as well. So, I don't know. Mom and sisters had trouble with US Cellular because they bought out or something. Like recently? I have Verizon. What kind of problems? Like, it won't call. Or you'll be talking to somebody and all of a sudden you're not there anymore, they're not there anymore. Just, I haven't been able to, like, off and on get on the, like, use my data to get on the internet on the phone. Pixie Ranger says, I got a notification from a news agency that an AI cyber attack could occur within months. Huh. Yeah, their phone's all messed up a couple of weeks ago. Well, if it's making its rounds, it's here now. Yeah, I've had problems today. It's not as bad as yesterday, but a couple of calls have been dropped. And then, like, really slow to search the web on it. Kelly says, same here, not able to make a call, no data, calls being dropped. Be right back, someone's here. Hope they have permission to be there. Let's see, what did I made a couple of notes of things that I wanted to talk about. So the last video, I need honest opinions on what you guys thought. Mitchell says, hi. Do you have protection on your phone? I have Guardio. No, I don't have. iPhones are supposed to be protected from, like, viruses and stuff, but no, I don't. And it's not just me, though. It's like a lot of people. Back, mother-in-law dropped off corn. I'm still on the house sitting job till Saturday. Still on vacation. So, anyway, that last video, so the analytics on that last video is, like, really weird. I don't know how to interpret it because the views are down. Not if your service provider is hacked. Huh. The views are down. The click-through rate is down, but the retention rate is pretty high. It's higher than normal. So I changed the thumbnail, which is the picture on the front, a few times. And then I totally changed it. Like, I totally left out the lawnmower giveaway thing out of the thumbnail and put, I don't even remember, something to do with the calf, and see if that makes a difference. But if you saw that, and I know some of you did because some of you left comments, what did you think about that type of video with the second half, with what I did with the second half of the video? Add a Q&A sticker. What? No, I don't want to try that. I don't know what that is. Somebody give me, I think Jovita watched it. Sue commented on it. I wonder where Amy is. I wonder if Mom is still here. Huh. I guess Mom is still here. She just said hi to Mom. I mean, hi to Sue. Mom is still here. She just said hi to Sue. Love seeing the lawnmower giveaway. So Pixie Ranger loves seeing the lawnmower. And so the comments that were there, most of them said that they did enjoy that. So that's why I'm having a hard time understanding the analytics, and I'm wondering if it's the whole, the part, if it's a thumbnail title, so that would like indicate to me that the part that most people commented on that they enjoyed is the same reason other people aren't clicking on the video, if that makes sense. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but I know what I'm trying to say. Jovita enjoyed the video. Jovita, what part? Did you like the mower giveaway, or did you like the beginning part with the calf and moving the cows? The most recent was trying to see the bull calf, right? Yeah, Sue. And then I gave away that lawnmower at the end, the second half of the video. Sean and I drove around and found someone to give a mower to. So I've been trying to figure out that thing was bull calf for the last 3 videos, I believe. And then Jovita liked the giveaway. Sue said she liked all of it. Enjoyed the video too. Hey, Pure Okie. I still need to reach out to you about birds. Susan says, hey. Y'all remember the last live stream we were talking about that I had a sponsored video coming up, and we were talking about power banks and stuff like that. Well, I had one yesterday reach out to me. It's not like a name, like a popular, like a name brand like Blue Eddy or whatever others. Blue Eddy. I don't remember the names of them. Walker Farm Fam said, saw the thumbnail, need to watch the video still. So, but I changed the thumbnail a few times, but I went from the focusing on the giveaway, took the thumbnail off of that, and now have put a thumbnail about the calf, like, because people have been interested in if this is a bull calf or heifer for a while. And that's what I've been trying to figure out. Yes. Oh, I forgot to answer a question on up here. I forgot. Okay. The most recent, no, not that one. It had to do with the calf. Hang on. There was a typing on laptop, watching on TV, can't use the phone. Didn't see that one either. It's not like, I have like 8 people in here, which is unusual. Wonder what people are doing. Is this Tuesday? Wonder what people are doing on Tuesday evenings. There was a question. If I didn't answer your question, put it down again, because I do remember there was a question about the cow or calf that I was going to answer, and I don't remember what it was. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Daily Dose of Cuteness just came up on my notifications. That's a short. That's just a short. I actually forgot that I had put that up. I scheduled it ahead and forgot about it. So on the update on the goat shelter, I've got the roof, I've got it on there. Like, I've got the sheet metal on the roof. It needs some more screws, and it needs somebody else, you know, like one of the boys, to get up there and screw those other screws in. Actually, I don't think they would, even where the screws are, I don't think they would have to actually get on the roof. They could probably, especially Curtis, as long as he is, could probably reach and screw in what's left. But I did this, I put the roof up. Sean and I put 2 sheets up, and then I had to finish it by myself. We got a lot of rain, and we had things come up that we had to take care of. My aunt, who is not in here, who's usually in here, came down to visit. And so we had to go, you know, stop what we're doing and go over to my brother's to see her. It was planned. She was supposed to be there, but that was, you know, in the middle of the day, that kind of slowed things down. So, okay, is it a bull calf? Yes, it's a bull calf. Is that the question I didn't answer? Still a, well, I don't even know what you're saying. It's just gone midnight in England. That's interesting. I don't know. Still a bran rot. BRANROT. I don't know what you're trying to say. Gonna be a steer. If it stays here, it will be. But so I traded one of my heifers, last year's heifers, for one of Amy's bull calves that were supposed to steer. They were actually supposed to band it a long time ago, never got around to it. Now they're gonna have to castrate it. Maybe saying something is brain rot. Maybe. What? I don't know. I don't know this person. Something California. Arvin said hi, and then still a brain rot. I don't know. Brain rot. I don't know what it's talking about. So, so I have that calf, which is several months older than this calf. This calf was born, what, guys, last week, maybe? I don't know. I think it's maybe almost 2 weeks old. I don't know. I haven't decided whether to try to sell it as a bull calf or band it. Now, if she had had a heifer, I was planning on selling that cow and her heifer together. Now that it's a bull calf, I don't really know what to do. I don't know how that would sell. I don't know. So a lot of times, you sell a cow and a heifer, they're going to stay together. They're going to stay at the same farm or whatever. But the bull calf, you sell a cow and bull calf. Well, then the bull calf usually has to go somewhere else or be banded for, you know, for meat later on. The thing is, then they don't want to pay the price that they would pay for a heifer calf. And the prices are up right now. And I'm just trying to decide what to do. I'm gonna wait and see what the other cow has. If she has a heifer, that'll make it a little bit easier to make a decision. If she has a bull, I don't know. I don't know if I hang on to the 3 bulls, make them steers and hang on to them, and one year, one the next year, and one the next year. Donna Wilson finally caught me live. Did the guy take the cows? He took one. He took one of the cows. Something came up. he wanted both of them, but something came up financially that he couldn't afford to take both of them. So he took the bigger of the two, which I knew he would. But they were not the same age. There was quite a few months difference between the two heifers. But the bigger one was, in my opinion, the better choice as well. One is better than none. Yeah. So those were Amy's calves, though, that were sold. They weren't mine. And I did get them over. I got them. I showed them. I showed me getting them over, didn't I? I don't remember. I know I filmed it all. And then when I went to show the lawnmower, and then the next day, Sean and I went out and looked for someone who needed a lawnmower. The video was starting to get like really long, and I couldn't go back and put the rest of taking care of those calves, you know. I did show it. Okay, good. You don't offer payment? No, we don't offer payment plans. Cassie, I think she has one available, I think. Market on Craigslist as a bull calf or possibly a steer when weaned. If he'll be small, and it's just it just depends, and I know that's kind of opposite from what you guys are used to, because you got the full size cows, you got the big ones, but I guess it would just depend on what an individual's looking for, like in a bull calf, because it's a Dexter, but his mother is smaller, so he's not going to be a whole lot smaller, but he is going to be kind of a smaller Dexter bull. Jesus died on the cross for you. Yes, he did. Yeah, she's got one to rehome. Mom says, howdy, K Barnes. I did not see K Barnes come in. Again, what's up with that? We gotta wait on other people to say hi to her. Mom, are you making things up here? Go down. Yep, have decisions to make. Okay, Sue says hi to K Barnes. Okay, there's K Barnes, because she's just waving. She's not saying nothing, just waving. So other decisions that I have to make. In other news, I'm going to be getting rid of. I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of chickens. A lot of them, most of them, actually. I have to do some work on that coop and run. I have to, and I just realized I didn't finish telling about the goat shelter. I have to do some work on the coop and run, and I have to make another kind of coop and run, like separate for the peacock. And I eventually want to get a hen for the peacock. So back to the goat shelter, there is a metal roof up. It does need more screws. I'm gonna try to get Sean or Curtis over to help with that. I'm not getting up on that roof. I don't trust our work. I don't trust that it'll hold me well. And I don't trust myself not to fall. So I'm gonna have them help getting more of the screws in. It is up. It has been tested. We've had quite a few storms since I put that up, and it's still there. Surprising. It surprised me too. So what else that I want to do? And I'm trying really hard not to put the goats back over there now, because I got the metal up. All I got to do is put those dog houses over there, and really they would have a place to get in out of the weather if I did that. The goats are really getting on my nerves where they are. It was fun in the beginning, but those days are over. I need to be able to go to my shop and get stuff out of my shop and do what I need to do without the goats, especially Sky, just all of my business. And then Tucker, I would be a little bit happier if Tucker was back over where he was supposed to be. So I need to, I don't know if you've noticed, but the fence in where the gate that I walk into to go to the goats and the goat shelter. Can y'all hear Titus and Maggie barking? Like they're right outside the wall right here. I need new windows, by the way. So the gate where I walk into the shelter, walk into the goat's pen, like where they normally are, that whole gate is leaning forward, like leaning out. And that's because there were cows out here in this pasture before I moved here. The house was empty. Everything was empty for a long time, but there was a guy who kept the yard mowed and everything for the person that was selling this property, and he was able to use the land to run some cows over here. So that's been pushed forward, and that needs to be fixed. And I thought, since the goats weren't in there, I need to pull up those, take the cattle panel. I'm just using cattle panels. I cut the barbed wire, and so that I can make that little walk-through fence. And I haven't really done anything. I think the barbed wire is still there, just not strung across. And so it's got cattle panels attached to the T-post, which are leaning forward. So I need to remove those cattle panels. I think it's more than likely zip tied, so that shouldn't be too hard. I need to remove those cattle panels, pull the T-post, and make a line and put new T-post in, or just set up new T-post, close to the old T-post, which is more tempting because it's easier. But what I need to do is remove everything and set new T-posts and set the cattle panels back. That being said, a couple of the cattle panels were already there in the corner, by the corner post, further down from, like, here's the gate, so it'd be on further down to the corner. And they're old and bent and rusted, and I'm afraid when I take them off, I'm not gonna be able to fit them back on like I should, so I got to get a couple of cattle panels. And so if I really need to do this before the goats move back over. I don't think the goats are going to go anywhere. They get out all the time, like especially Sky. Like they don't go anywhere. But I don't want them in my way either. So I need to get that taken care of. And on the other gate that I never use anymore, like it's been so long since I've used it, some of you probably don't even know it's there. There's another gate where there's a what do you call it? A wooden post that leans a lot. It's warped and it's also cemented into the ground. So I need to remove that cattle panel. I need to cut that at the ground, cut it off, and set the cattle panels back up. That way I can get the big zero turn. I get one of Dad's zero turns in there. I still haven't gotten my zero turn running. It doesn't really matter because I use Dad's right across the road, and so that wooden post, the two wooden posts that makes the gate, it is wide enough for my lawnmower to go through there, but it's not wide enough for Dad's lawnmower to fit through there. So whenever I put a lawnmower, and I've mowed that yard twice since the goats have been over in front of the shop. I just did it the other day. So when I mow it, I am removing a whole panel. I'm cutting the zip ties and removing a whole panel and bringing the mower in and mowing and then putting the panel back when I'm done because it won't fit in that gateway. So while the goats are over there, these are just a couple things that I need to get done. Really ought to get it done while they're over in front of my shop getting on my nerves. The problem is it has been raining like nonstop. I mean, it stops for a couple hours or maybe even a day or two, maybe not even 2 days, maybe a day and a half, but it rains so much that I haven't been able to get anything done. So we're moving forward. I am getting stuff done. I'm making progress, but it's so slow. Like I don't even film what's going on with the goat shelter because it is so slow. And putting up the sheet metal, that was that was a nightmare to do by myself because I made a lot of mistakes building the frame. I remember measuring a certain way as I'm measuring the width and distance, and I said on camera, you know, I measured it in this way. I measured it from the inside of this post to the outside of this post, which it'll be okay as long as I measure the other ones the same way. Like from the inside to inside or outside to outside. Well, I measured one from the inside to the outside. So as long as I measure them all inside to outside, it should line up. It should be okay. This is true, I would think, in theory. But what I forgot about when measuring for the roof, when thinking about, you know, buying the 8-foot sheet metal so I wouldn't have to do any cutting, I forgot to add the width of the post themselves. So if you have a 4-foot post and a 4-foot post, then your roof is going to be bigger than that 7-foot. And the sheets are 8 foot. So I had to do some cutting, had to buy more sheets, do some cutting. And I'm sure that a lot of you won't approve of the cutting, but that's what I did. And so I'm getting out there. I cut these pieces of metal, and I got on one side and put the pieces that I cut up first, one at a time, because you gotta put it down. I don't even know if I'm making sense. I don't even know if I'm making sense without the video, without taking you out there showing you, which I will. But I put the cut pieces down at the bottom, and then I overlap the top piece to the parts that's cut. So this is the down part of the roof, and then up here is the bigger 8-foot sheet. But I'd put a piece here, and then I put this piece on top of here. Then I had to put the second piece here, because they're all overlapping. It was a nightmare. It was a nightmare. It was climbing up on the back end of the roof, climbing up the ladder, and then and setting it, getting it where I thought I wanted it, and getting down and measuring how far over the ledge it was, and then getting back up there and put a couple of screws in, picking up the ladder, coming around to the front, putting the big sheet on, the 8-foot long sheet. Try not to kill yourself doing it. Try not to let it get caught up in the wind. Climb up there and, you know, put it where you think you need it. Get down, measure, get back up there, put a couple of screws in, pick up the ladder, go around to the back of the thing and measure again and screw the bottom part down. It was a nightmare. I don't want to ever do it like that again. Moral of the story, don't forget the width of the post that you're using to hold everything up, because it will matter. It will matter when you go to put a roof on. Let's see what the few of you that are left in here after all that. Just 13, it's not a big deal. See what's said. Oh, man. Hit the like button, guys, said Sue. Thank you, Sue. I had a scare. Sheriff's officer showed up on a welfare check on my neighbor upstairs for me. I hope everything is okay, because they don't just do that for anything. I don't know who this is. I don't know this name, but it says, "Hey, you. Sean's fighter, he'll blow." Oh, Sean's lighter. He'll blow away. No, he won't. No, he won't. He's heavier than he looks. Yeah, he is light, but he's heavier than he looks. K-Bar says, "I'm here, Pixie." Says, "Sky, she's a hoot and a half." Y'all hear the barking. Nice. I'm super interested in the chickens. Need a prize for the amount we spoke. For the amount we spoke of. The number of chickens we spoke of. Is that what you're saying? Bringing some chicken to the Locust Grove sale barn. I don't know if you're even still here, because I went on about the stupid shelter forever. Is that the, if that's the swap meat, I don't know. Maybe a few. The thing is, there's so many chickens there, and it's not like an auction. It's not like you can just put them in the PM people look at them before the auction and then start taking them all. They go to the swap. If it's the swap meet, they pick and choose, and they get one or two, and I don't know. Yes, Sue, I am gonna put sidewalls up. It just keeps raining, and I have to keep going back and getting materials. I do have some pieces in the garage that we've already gotten, but yeah, it won't. It's the rain. I have to go into work, and then it rains. It's really, that's what's going on. K Barnes says hit the like button. Lorie Carp, hello Lorie, it's good to see you. See you in the chat. My calves hurt just hearing you say up and down. So the thing is, you would think that it would be something like that, but I was noticing my lower back hurting, not while I was working, but like, the last couple of days, not the last couple of days after. It took me a minute to realize what was causing that. Everybody just saying hi. Nobody, y'all just sitting there either doing something else while I was rattling along, or there's Susan saying hi to Lorie. We better find an auction then. Yes. Pixie's just listening. I don't know for sure, those funny looking ones that I have, I'm going to keep those. But I don't know. I can't tell if it's male and female right now or two males, but there's slight differences. So there's a possibility of a hen, but then on the other side, they get big tails and look like maybe a roo. I don't know. One of them crows. One of them's definitely a rooster. The other cow, Donna, has not yet had her calf, but I was looking at them today. I called them up today. Oh, by the way, the other cow brought the calf up this time when I fed him. This is the first time she brought him. I don't know what her deal is with this one, but she is taking no chances with this calf. And it's not like, it wasn't last year that the vultures got her calf. It was a couple of years ago. So I don't know. She is very protective of this one. Walker Farm fam, I'm searching Facebook for an auction and listening to you rant. Where's Amy? I don't know. I don't know where Amy is. Awesome for her to bring the calf. Yes. I texted Amy, but she hasn't read it yet. Yeah, I don't. They're busy. They got a lot going on. I don't know if I knew or if I've forgotten, but like, the boys are everybody's in sport. Savannah has stuff going on too, so I don't know. K Barnes, I was listening to the last live and heard my name, was like, wait, what? To go back and make sure I wasn't getting homework. That, if I thought about it, it should have happened. Yes. Rerun is a bit late and deserves an essay. Have you got close enough to know for sure? I haven't touched the calf, but I know that it's a bull calf. Hope we find out if it's a bull calf before you can't band it. It'll be a while. He's just a little over a week old. That's not going to be a problem, but it's a bull calf. Are you going to name the calf? No. Mom. No. Where have you been? Where you been all my life? The boys, Mom, are for burgers and steaks and stuff like that. Yeah, where have you been, Kay Barnes? You haven't been around lately, or I haven't seen you. Haven't seen you in the lives where you could name him Beef. Where's the beef? Yeah, I'm not gonna name him anything. It's hard enough, but I don't know. I start saying I'll probably be selling him, but I don't know if I will or not. I haven't made up my mind. I need to make sure that other calf that is at Amy's house gets over and gets castrated or whatever needs to be done. They are kind of close in age, but not too close. I'm trying to remember when it was this year, but he's weaned and everything. And Belle is his mother. I definitely want that one. Belle is, and another thing I considered is growing him out as a bull and trying to con him into getting rid of Jake, but Chris does not want to get rid of Jake. Here's a start for your new coop. Thank you, JB. Or it's a start for the payment on chickens. How about that? What was I saying? I got distracted. So I thought about, yeah, the bull calf. So that one is Belle's son, and it's Jake is the father. Jake is our bull, or their bull, the bull we use. But the thing is, Belle is not related to Jake. Belle is not related. I got the big cow that I have. She came with Belle. She came with Belle on her side. So they're from a totally different farm. So that calf is the least related as far as bulls go, or steers or whatever, to any of the cows out there except for Belle. But I could also sell him as a bull calf and keep this other one that I have now for a steer to process later. Not right now when he's cute. Y'all don't get too upset. It'll be a while, but it'll be a while for the other one too. But he would grow out to be a better bull, a bigger bull. It really depends on what a person is looking for. So there's a lot of options, and without, the bull isn't even here. The calf isn't even here. So it's really hard to make decisions. And I don't know what that other cow is going to have. So, but I do need to sell. How's Red doing? Red, I don't know. I haven't heard from them, the people that bought her, in a while. They did post a few videos. They were starting a channel. They did post a few videos. I haven't looked to see if they've posted anything recently or not. The last time they reached out to me, they were showing me the bull that they were going to put with her. Pool with grandkids or working outside. You don't process your Steelers. I don't personally, but yes, we do. But I might have a steer. Like they're close to the same age. The one at Amy's house and the one here. If I keep him out, you hope he's as nice. And see, that's the thing. They don't want to get rid of Jake because of Jake. Jake doesn't get out, and you can some days walk up and pet him. Some days he walks away from you, but he never gets angry. Okay, Cassie will be back in a little bit. Hold her to it. If we're here, how tall is Jake? No idea. No, I don't have any idea how tall any of them are, how much they weigh. Nothing. I just know when they look good. I know when something's wrong and when something isn't. I know when, they got the right amount of meat on them. So but as far as weight and height and all that, I don't know. So the cow that's still pregnant, I don't know if you're keeping up with because I haven't seen you in a while. I don't know if you're keeping up with the videos, but you know, with the cows. So I have 2 cows. One has a calf and one is pregnant and should have already dropped this calf as far as I'm concerned. She's got a little bit of milk in her udder. But anyway, she's huge. She's the biggest cow out here. And her and Jake are about the same size, but I think she weighs more than Jake. I do. But I don't have proof of that. I didn't mean you personally. I meant take her to the processor. Him. Yes, we take the steers to the processor. Some days he gets stuck in a tree or two. This is true. He did get stuck in a tree. No, it's a start for the GoFundMe coop. I got the cash for the chickens. Did you ever get more mushrooms for your pot? I don't know what mushrooms you're talking about or what pot you're talking about. K-Bard says she watches all my videos. She's just not commenting on all of them. I can't watch all of anybody's videos. It's hard to keep up with so many people, especially those that have like more than one channel. Stuff's crazy. Most of the time it's cats that get stuck in trees, but Lorie's farm is just different. Yep, my farm is different. I don't know that you could call it a farm. Can't call it a homestead either, really. Let's be truthful. Hey, y'all remember I planted the tomato plants out here. They got more water than they want. It's horrible. And they're in pots. It's a farm. Reasons Ranch. It's not a ranch. Speaking of ranch, though, I am still thinking about the sheep. So the mushroom, oh, okay. Yes. That time that you sent that super chat back there, I went and got another mushroom. Yes, I did. I was like, I don't eat mushrooms. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't grow them. I don't eat them. I don't like them. Oh, wait, I do. I do like them out there, solar powered ones outside. My sheep dilemma is, so I have the goats. It's going to be really similar in raising sheep as it is goats. There's going to be it's going to be easier, I would think, to keep sheep in than goats, because I'm telling you, if a goat wants to get out, a goat's going to get out. Like, there's a saying, if you can throw water through it, then a goat can get out in your fencing, and that's probably pretty true. So there's that. But the goats that I have are small goats, and they're small so that I can handle them. And if I go get into meat sheep, and you're talking about raising sheep to sell for meat, then you're talking about having to have a ram, at least one ram, and they're big, and they're notorious for, I don't know, ramming people. And so that's a concern. Like, I don't know how to manage that. So right now, like if I was to go get sheep right now, which I wouldn't, I would have to get fencing up first, which would probably happen if I sold a cow or calf or whatever. So I could buy ewes that are bred or with lambs on their side and wait to get a ram. Cassie's ram doesn't ram yet. And her ram is small. We're talking about regular, her sheep are small compared to other sheep. All the rams are big or ram people. Yeah, I know, but they have that tendency. It's like bulls, you know. You just don't know when it's going to happen. So I don't know what to, I don't know. I don't know. The other one she had did, Kelly says. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm so close to going buying sheep just to try it. I have to try it. I had to try the pigs. I tried the pigs. I don't like the pigs. The thing is, the pigs are interesting, and it was like 6 months, 7 months, they're done. Like you're eating bacon or you're bringing in money because you sold it, one of the two. That's really good. It's just that I didn't like dealing with the pigs. I didn't feel safe around them. I sure didn't like the smell of them, but they were an interesting creature. I loved watching them eat and stuff. Are they worse than bucks? I don't know. I don't know if they're worse than bucks. Do rams not stink, Kelly? Yes, bucks do stink. It's a different smell from pigs, though. That's nasty. What kind of sheep are you hoping for? I'm looking at hair sheep, probably more than likely Katahdin. I thought about mixed breeds, but I don't see any more benefit for like resale on a mixed breed. So I think it's better to stick with a pure breed. Cassie's ram is a baby doll, small ram. Yeah, they're small. And I don't want pets. Like I don't want, it would be because I'm afraid with everything going on in the world. I'm afraid of how the market will be 6 months from now, a year from now, and certainly 4 years from now. And then you're stuck with all these pet sheep that you've got to slaughter, or what? What do you do with them? What do you do with them if they don't sell? Like if people can't have hobby farms because the price of everything, or because the cost of feed, or they can't get antibiotics. I mean, there's a lot of things going on in the background that, well, not necessarily in the background, that are not making it easy for people to have farms, and especially hobby farms. Like you can't buy your own antibiotics anymore. There's some dewormers that you can't get. There are more laws and regulations coming into effect, and this thing with Iran, if we don't do something with the oil, if we don't use our own oil, or continue to steal it in the middle of the night, or whatever it is, it's whatever we have to do to get oil over here at a decent rate, and that changes how you feed your animals. That changes how you even have hay in the wintertime, because there's diesel that they have to pay for. So, and then there's moving the hay, transporting the hay. And it's not just the corn, not just the grain. So I don't want a pet. I want a product, if that makes sense. And I know some of you not going to like to hear that. It's going to be hard. But that's the way, I mean, when you go get something to eat, it's an animal that had to lose its life so that you can eat. I don't know how to, I don't know how, I can understand being sensitive to that kind of thing. I really can. I enjoy my animals, and it's very hard for me to take the steers to the processor. Like the last week and the last couple of days, and then loading them up, and they put a little bit of trust in me to even get into the trailer, The pigs were the same way. I didn't even like them, and they was the same way. It's kind of a heaviness. It's hard. I certainly get over it, but I don't want a bunch of livestock as pets out here, like, a whole herd of them right now, the way things are. I want a hobby farm. I just need the money to get it, Susan. You better get rich first, because it's expensive. Just get a few. I guess I better scroll up. Yeah, bucks stink. They do. And there are times, seasons, like when they go into rut, it's much worse. And I'm hoping, I was thinking the other day, I hope that none of my girls got bred like through the fence. The boys haven't gotten out, but the girls definitely do. And if they get into standing heat, they have been known and will go over to a fence and let the buck breed them through a fence if they have to. They get desperate. Pigs are messy and smelly. What kind of sheep are you hoping for? Did that. Cassie's ram is a baby doll. We don't have. Okay, so the rams don't smell. They even in. Are they going rut? I guess. You telling me? Try again, Kelly. Do rams? The sheep smell? Qatar and sheep cotton and sheep are very nice. I don't know what that means. Just get a few. Yeah, I'd definitely just start with a few because I don't know. I thought I wanted to do pigs and I decided I don't. Some sheep get sick easy. And that's another thing with cotton. They're supposed to be real parasite resistant and have good feet. I mean, they're all different. Like what herd did they come from as far as that goes. But as a breed in general, what I've been reading, the Katahdin are like really parasite resistant. Like Kiko and Spanish goats are supposed to be more parasite resistant than the other goats. And I've not had Kiko or Spanish, but I've had the little goats, and I've had goats where, like, I've had there's individuals that have had a harder time in my past with the goats, like my individual goats who have had harder, some have a harder time with parasites than others. And even now, Pebbles from her mother, she got the moon spots, and she gives multiple births, and she's a good mother, and she's a mild-mannered goat. She doesn't try to get out. She loves animal crackers. She inherited all these things from her mother, but one of the things that she inherited that I do not like are bad feet. She needs her feet trimmed more often than the other goats, which, and I don't think about it often enough. It's like when I see her feet, it's like, oh yeah, I need to do something about that. And it's kind of like out of control because the other goats don't need a trim that often. So I can believe that some breeds, that things are bred for certain characteristics like milk and parasite resistant and good feed or whatever. What sheep do you know they get? Is there a breed that gets sick easily, or just like so when Sky got sick here a little while back, a couple of months ago, I was really concerned. When she didn't come to eat, I was very concerned because a lot of time when they're that sick, they're already too sick. And I was very shocked and happy that it would that we were able to fix it. She had pneumonia. She needed to be dewormed. She had a high worm load, pneumonia, and something else. I don't remember what it was. But everybody's doing fine. Everybody's doing something. I did not see her the day before, so I don't know. It is very possible that she had symptoms the day before I came out there and saw that she wasn't eating, and she's kind of off, staying away from the herd a little bit. She did come to me. She was friendly to me, but she was off. She wasn't eating. She just acted weird. Curtis fed them the day before. And I don't remember what was going on that day, but he was the only one that saw the goats that day. Now, he doesn't know the goats individually like I do, so he wouldn't. I guess if she didn't come up to eat, he should notice that, but he's a kid, so I don't know if there was 1 or 2 days where she was even actively had any kind of indications that she was sick. So I understand sheep are that way, and maybe even more so, which is scary. I had one before I broke my back, and the lymphoma started, so had to sell. You had a sheep, or what did you have? I think screwworm is going to affect the meat supply in a few years. You're talking about from the maggot from the fly that's they found in started out in Mexico. Well, I mean, we really got notification when it was in like Mexico, and then they found some in Texas. I think we'll get a real. We've beat it before. If that's the one you're talking about, we've beat it before. That's one thing. But the climate here, it'll affect the prices for a little while. But the climate here, the flies can't reproduce, can't live in all of the areas here in the United States because it doesn't stay warm long enough. It gets too cold for them, so it won't be like something that's like, it won't be like COVID, like everywhere, you know, because it can't. That's why it did so well in Mexico. It's hard, but you got to eat. Grocery store meat is crazy expensive. It is, and feed is, and hay is, and everything is. Cynthia King. Hello, Lorie. I enjoyed Amy's live last night. I'm glad you did. She needs the hours. Kelly said it has been storming here in Rhode Island for 3 days now. It storms like every other day here. It really does. It's going to tonight. It's been raining today. I came home from work early and thought I'll take a little nap. I looked at the radar, I'll take a little nap, and I'll go outside. And I was actually going to start removing the fencing from the goat pen, like I talked about earlier in the live stream. I woke up and it was cloudy. I looked at the radar and there wasn't any. It was going to rain. It was going to flood. So there's nothing I could do. They smell, but not like male goats. Well, that is good to know. Susan says, I would love to say, maybe it's all in God's hands, but I'm 60. Say I lived through all you on YouTube. Well, 60, let's see, you were waiting on the money. It's expensive. There are some things you can do though. Do you have the land yet? Do you have the home on the land? Mom's getting off. What the heck? How long have I been on here? Oh, I've been on here a minute, haven't I? Sorry about that. You were trying to say Katarina sheep? I don't know what that is. I guess I'll have to look that up. A hobby farm I had. So you did have a hobby farm, then you broke your back, and now you're house sitting. I am really late. Ditto says, I am really late, made it in time to give a thumbs up though. Appreciate that. You also could watch the replay. I'm just saying, you don't have to, but I mean, there's that option. Screwworm is in about 7 counties in West Texas. Yes, it is. And Texas is warm. Oklahoma, it wouldn't make my winters. I don't know what the rest of Oklahoma does, but it gets pretty cold here and has the last couple of years been pretty doggone cold. Time to go make dinner. Yeah, hey, yeah, still renting and still in the city. I am also 60 now and now in good health, so I sold my hobby farm. And not in good health, I guess is what you're trying to say. I don't know. Katahdin. Yes, Katahdin. I think it's Katahdin. Anyway, it is, it's been over an hour, and that's enough of me. So I'm going to get off of here. Thank you guys. Appreciate all you do, watching, hitting the thumbs up, leaving comments. I'll see you on the next video. I'll see you on the next live on Monday, but watch the next video, which should come out Thursday. If it doesn't, pray for me. We'll see you guys. Bye.